All right, so attended a really cool comic sale on Sunday, October 13th. It was run by a great guy named CJ who puts on the Near Mint Sundays.
Near Mint Sundays. This is 100 long boxes of stuff that we procured, and we will be having a pop-up to start our Near Mint Sunday season. $1 books for the first 4 hours. The next 4 hours, books are 50 cents. We have deals on short boxes.
And this was at his shop, his barbershop, called Pineapple on Euclid in the city of Fullerton. So I was at Pineapple's, and the sale is supposed to be from 8 o'clock to 4 p.m. or so, with a 1 hour break in between for lunch. But he wound up hanging around till 11 p.m. and I got to dig through all the boxes. There was a really nice bar stool where I was able to just chill. We watched 4 or 5 movies in a time. Big Trouble in Little China, Bloodsport, The Addams Family, superhero movie with Drake Bell, and the first Ronnie Perlman Hellboy flick. And for like an hour or two, it was just CJ and I and his 2 bulldogs.
Dogs chilling.
Which I'm kind of looking like a bulldog right now. I go into the urgent care in a little bit. I'm a little under the weather, but I wanted to share these books while I had a little bit of daylight. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So the sale started with short boxes being $90 to fill, and then after lunch, $45 to fill, and then going late, $25 a box. And my favorite thing, someone can go there dead broke and leave with a lot of comics, because Youngblood by Rob Liefeld and Wildcats by Jim Lee said just take them, and they were all like in brand new bag and boards, really nice condition. I don't want to infringe, but I took quite a few, and I even asked them, I don't want to like exercise any gray areas, but I asked him like, hey, CJ, how about like Brigade? He's like, I forgot about Brigade. He said, if you ask me, I'll probably say take them. So, oh yeah, can I just show a couple of movies real quick? This one right here is my favorite movie right now. I'm currently obsessed with. I've gone hard on this movie like when I was a kid, and I finally got my VHS of Pulp Fiction. I recorded Ghost Dog off of TV. I'm just like, I just live with it on. It's that good to me. This is Andrew Garfield starring in David Robert Mitchell's Under the Silver Lake. This thing is a bomber. I love this picture. I don't want to say anything about it, but it's a very good movie. It's rated R. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes, but it's riveting. I really like this picture. And Andrew Garfield is excellent in it. He's so just perfect for this character named Sam, which I really like. I recently did a motion comic of a character I had named Sam, so I really like just everything about that movie. This along with Licorice Pizza, these are my favorite pictures of, I think, 2022, I think. Something like that. But I finally got my copy. Well, we got our copy of The Suicide Squad from my brother and I's home video. And this one right here, I don't even like to show the case because this is supposed to have a slip case. But I feel like the case they sent it in, the imagery reveals too much about the movie. But I'll just say that these You got to get the year right because there's a couple of pictures by this title. I think this is from. I can't find the year on anything these days, but this is the Zach Krager picture called Barbarian, and this thing is a bomber. Anyhow, let's run through these comics real quick. There were dollar books on a table, so I just got a nice Boondocks, and there was some bundles, so I got this Evil Ernie, mostly because I needed this Joe Quesada cover. But I'm gonna try to run through these pretty quick. These first ones are mostly like Youngblood stuff. So the Youngblood are Wildcats, I should say. So let me see what's the fastest way to do this. Grifter. Let me see about this other map here. The sun's going down quick. It's only 5 o'clock and it's already getting dark. Okay. Prophet. The Plat. Prophet, that's a Quesada. Grifter. So like I said, all the stuff was basically newly bag and boarded. And while I was first there was maybe 6 people. And towards the end, there was either just CJ and I talking movies and stuff while I looked at comics. Or there was like a couple of other guys. One guy left and came back. He couldn't stay away. Some of this stuff I'm going to skip over because it's for a friend that wants to be surprised. Okay, these are the Jay Lee Youngblood Strike Force. And there's also Jay Lee on Wildcats Trilogy. Prophet, Plat, second series. Deathmate Silver. I think it's probably going to take an hour even going fast. Youngblood Strike Files. So no one was taking him up on these. And believe it or not, next time he's doing this with Valiance. You got to get there. I probably won't be able to make the next one because I took a night off.
Pull your head out of your ass.
But if you can get there, get there. Do it for me. Do it for them Valiants.
Valiant blows.
Mark Silvestri's Cyber Force. Was that Supreme? Or Blood Pool? I just like the cheeks. Brigades. Youngblood. Prophet. I need to get that in the bag. Prophet. Yeah, these are all the Plats you never see. Gen 13, Adam Hughes. Youngblood. Okay, there was a bunch of these glories that Mike Diodato did. Spartan, he's a Wildcat. Bloodstrike. It's a little sad. The comics I love so much almost couldn't be given away. But you know what? Can't get sad about everything, right? Just gotta take them. Take the man up on his offer. There was just so many ways to make runs. A lot of the stuff was randomly inserted, which I kind of like the chaos. But then you'd come across like just veins of like Justice League America, Superboy. The box was rich with Spider-Man. When I was trying to fill out my second long box, I was just kind of grabbing whatever Spideys. I wound up doing a short box and a long box, and I bought a short box, so I spent about 80.
Here's an idea. Why don't you give me half the money you were gonna bet, and we'll go out back, I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
But oh, and let me yeah, so there was a lot of these Gen 13 bootlegs. Thought that was a nice fair child. Just a lot of non J. Scott Campbell Gen 13, which you know, you always like to see Campbell on it. So I was just kind of buying whatever, well, wasn't buying them, but I was picking any Wildcats, definitely that Ellen Moore wrote. Barry Windsor Smith was fucking with Image for a little while. I think that's for Shadowhawk. I have a softness for Shadowhawk. What is this? Wildcats Adventures. So there's a couple of Ty Templeton covers here that I didn't have. Is that Wildcats trilogy? I just love this Roxy cover.
You make me want to be a better man.
Gen 13 the Max. Gen 13 of Pitt.
My name's Pitt, and your ass ain't talking your way out of this shit.
And needless to say, I didn't get stingy, but when it came to like filling out a long box, you get them in there pretty tight. I did everything but putting them along the reservoir on the side. I know better now. You don't do that. You exercise some class. But as far as horizontally, no, lengthwise, you get them in there tight. Youngblood. Here's another Strike Force. Yeah, so follow, I guess it's this Near Mint Sunday site is where CJ is going to do this, and he's still got the boxes at the store, so yeah, he's got them priced to move, man. I know you're saying like a lot of this stuff isn't worth the space, and I have to house it, but that's a nice plat. But you know what? Like I said, brand new bag and boards. He was like the kind of guy who's saying, here, take these comics, give them to some kids. These books are bulky but beautiful. A lot of this is like Marat Michaels Brigade, Bad Rock, more J. Lee. That's a nice Rob Liefeld cover. J. Lee, Rob. What is that? Wetworks. Anyway, Brigade. Yeah, so I was kind of being choosy when I first started digging. It's like, find some books for some friends, find some books for me, keep it light. And then I don't know, about halfway through, someone let the dogs out, and I loosened up, you know? So yeah, a lot of these are just as much for the backer board as they are for the book, but I was trying to do my part, and I know he was trying to slim down them boxes. Okay, so these right here. Spidey Woman. Let's go with this. I know Pope G likes these Dark Towers. I thought Davis might like them. I was just sort of, anytime I saw a Western comic, Damian Scott, just a nice canary cover. As you can see, these are in no particular order. Shadowhawk. I wasn't smiling in the videos I shot. I had a little bit of an earache while I was there. That's why I was home that night. There's a young lad. Terminator for my brother. He likes the Terminator. Davis hooked me up with the trade paperbacks of this a while ago. Fearless Deadly Foes of Spidey. Not a lot of contemporary books now, or maybe they were picked out by the time I arrived. But I don't know. I was just thinking, like, for gifts for people. A lot of people like Spider-Man. Oh boy. These came from Metropolis and Downey. Metropolis Comics. I believe they're in Bellflower now. Silk. I don't want to clutter up anyone else's collection, sending them some Spideys, but I have a person in mind I think would give these a good home. So Humberto Ramos, I always kind of liked his Spidey. Two of those. Here's one I'll keep. This is a Casada. David Finch. Still trying to catch him at a show. I like his stuff. It's a really nice Spider-Woman. Mirka Andolfo's Mercy. Some of this stuff I accidentally grabbed. Black Vortex Nova. I was getting tired at about 10:30, and I still had some room to fill. Black Label, Batman, Gargoyle of Gotham. Here's another Wildcats that snuck into my pay pile. It's okay. It's a nice glow-in-the-dark Spectre. Just pulling some vampy books. This one for Davis. And some of these were for Davis, but I think he has 1 through 45 I learned, so I'm just gonna keep these, but I have some other ones for him. These are all like in the 40s and 30s. Still good to grab. I have his list now, so we're all good. No harm, no foul. Ugh. Pulled cable 1 through 20. Should probably gone for the later ones, so I feel like those were the more expensive. I pulled this. This took some space because it's a trade, but just for the B and V. Here's a Stelfreeze cover I always liked. I thought this would be a great book to get Stelfreeze to sign. Shadowhawk. Okay, so here is Soggy Davis doesn't have. Scar of the Bat. Look kind of cool. X Factor. Sada cover. Daredevil Strange. I never read Hellshock as a kid. Always sort of occurred to me that Jay Lee sort of had a Crow book. Robin 3000. It gets better. I don't want to disappoint anyone. No, it's okay. You just kind of get what you like. Casada, Spider-Man. Some Sin City. So I did some run filling. I didn't have a list because I didn't think anyone would ever have like Valiant, Visitor, Valiant, Dr. Mirage, Valiant, Ninjak, Valiant, Secret Weapons. Kind of foolish to be paying for books that are going to be free later, but didn't want to take any chances. Visitor, another Vampy. I might not have grabbed the House Shock, but he had like 1 through 5. Okay, cool. The Soggy Davis doesn't have. Cool Bane cover. Oh, I'm glad I grabbed this. I think this is the reprint of the first appearance of Lucifer. Cable. I guess I grabbed some later cables too. It's all good. Still only $1.50. All right. Cool. Okay. Here's the Dark Horse Presents. I was being mindful for because this is a Valiant cover. So, wanted that one. Namor 1, John Byrne cover. This is a low print hit. There's the Outcast, Valiant character I don't even remember. Usagi 36, I'm keeping that one. There's one for Davis. Beautiful. Boom. These books are a little offensive, but they're Garth Ennis, Joel McRae. He's the guys who did Hitman. That's the detective story. This is very Irish. It's written in Irish tongue, and sometimes it uses a lot of punctuation and grammatical style to convey their Irishness and delivery. I always get a kick out of those. They're funny. Secret weapons. I'm gonna have to start carrying a list because I'm getting close on some of these Valiant runs. These ones that I didn't have all of. I was working on these for the holidays last year. Couple Shadowhawks. Here's one for Davis. I wish there was more of these, man. The man with no name. I wish there was a nice little vein of those. Maybe someone got them? I don't think so. I saw the kind of stuff people were pulling, and it was mostly like 80s Marvel. Kevin Smith fan. A little bit of Ash. Ghost. I remember Big Elbow saying he likes that outfit, so. They had a bunch of Sin City. They had like a Dame, Yellow Bastard, Big Fat Kill, but they were all kind of missing one or another issue, so I just got the one-shots. Beautiful J. Red Sonja, Ghost, see Usagi from my PC. There's an era of Savage Dragon books if you can get for cheap. It's a good idea to pull them because this is the issues 75 through 100 did this trade dress for the first time. And these are considered kind of low print run. This era of Dragon. 84, 82. Yeah, Eric Larson just kept silently working on his book. Western book for Davis. Jet 13. Chapel. See, this was borderline. Chapel is a young blood, but I feel like this is a little bit better. Stormwatch is a Jim Lee. I should have probably put this in the pile. You got Spartan right there. It's okay. Oh yeah, so there was a bunch of Witchblade and a bunch of Darkness, like well after the Michael Turner stuff. And I don't know, in case someone's putting a Darkness run together. These look kind of like they might be low order. I don't know anyone who is completing Darkness, but I always like this one. This guy's a little pocket monster. I didn't get the Witchblade. I just had to draw a line somewhere. I should probably just... Nah. I don't want the floor on my apartment to cave in. Okay. Who knows, maybe I'll work on a Darkness run. really trying to keep them in the light. Maybe I'll give them a read, see if I like it.
This is serious. I just sharted.
I don't know what that means.
I tried to fart and a little shit came out. I just sharted. All right, now let's go.
I just know, like, Spawn around this time, those are really scarce, and Spawn had to be infinitely more popular than the Darkness. Of course, a lot more people want Spawn than the Darkness, so that's the rub. Just missed Silvestri at LA Comic-Con. It's kind of cool to see Image Comics go into the triple digits, because they were notorious for just starting from scratch. They get up to like issue 8 and they say, all right, let's start a new series. Like, what? This one for David. I heard from PGH that Captain Harlow is a good read. Dark Tower stuff. Stephen King. More of that, what was Silvestri's company called? Top Cow? Arson. The Hawk. My favorite Valiant cover of any Valiants. Magical Barry Windsor cover. You gotta be careful with these. These are loose. The Hawk. Nice rye. The Hawk. A couple of Mark Tex Ghosties. Captain Harlow. I should pay more attention to the indie stuff while I was there, but I was kind of watching movies at the same time, so I wasn't locked in. It was recreation. I wasn't there like as a cutthroat. I'd say most people were pretty chill. There was definitely some people who were really serious about their digging, which is all good. You gotta concentrate. But most people were like pretty cool, and like CJ was giving us free waters, and there's a bathroom. Oh yeah, if you're gonna be drinking waters, bathroom's nice to have right there. Gru and Rafferto. Ninja. This is like, I think, the last issue of Turok, so I had to grab that. Late issues of Bloodshot. These are really late issues. When I was completing my Bloodshot run, I definitely wasn't getting these for no 15 cents or whatever it came up to. Yeah. this is a really rare issue of Turok. There's times when there's not a single one of those online. I had to take the shot. Take the shot. Cool rye. Oh, some good Liefeld. I don't usually get modern Valiant, but this one was signed by Mark Waid, so I like that. Jim Mahfood. More vampy. Oh, there was really close to a whole Preacher run. They had all the Preachers except for 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, there was like issues 4 through the last issue. Maybe should have got them, but it was a lot of stuff. It was getting to be a lot of stuff at that point. But, 10. Preachers really cooled off. It got hot. I'd say it was most hot before the show. Ivar, Time Walker. And then once people kind of saw what the show was, they immediately cooled off. But, Shadowhawk. These are the Kelly Jones Dead Man books. It's like kind of nice square bound books. Mike Barron. I haven't been buying on eBay. It's been kind of nice. I'm expecting something in the mail, and just kind of want to focus on getting that in without having to worry about packages. Late Rise. All right, just about down to it. El Diablos. More of the Darkness. That'd be a fun one to have Silvestri sign. Dr. Mirage. I think I might be done with Dr. Mirage. Lord only knows, I hope so. For my dad, he liked this movie a lot. My dad was a Zorro fan from way back in the day. And you got to get one with Catherine on the cover. Time Walker. More Western comics. These are terrific. If you've never read these, Saint of Killers 1 through 4.
Hold it!
Well, sir, you are a cowardly son of a bitch. You just shot an unarmed man.
Well, he should have armed himself. He's gonna decorate his saloon with my friend.
3, 4. This is really good stuff. Preacher 3. Five or 6 actually. This is 5. I remember the first time I read Preacher, I was home sick with the flu, and I was always associated, Death said, like those Preacher stories with just being ill. Usagi 6. Dr. Muck. Yeah. There's 6 stories. Nice Frank Miller, Free Speech, Early Doomsday. More Rye. I think I'm done with Rye. There we go. Here's another Good, Bad, and the Ugly. This one, Big Elbow recommended. Is it really true to form? Vampirella there. Preacher 8. Preacher last issue.
You've saved all of heaven! Yes, Kenny! And to thank you for what you've done, we are going to give you a very special gift. For saving the entire universe from the forces of evil, we give you this Keanu Reeves statue. Congratulations.
13. Just a cover by.
Hey, she's like a little magic
Think of Zatanna. Damian Scott, Batgirl, Steve Dillon, The Atom, Gru and Tarzan. I guess Gru meets Tarzan. The Nightman meets Gambit. That's issue 1. Issue 2, just because Marvel bought Ultraverse and then never used it except for this one thing. El Diablo. Diablo. Some Daredevil. Rye. Here's the last issue of Robin, just a good one to pick up. Patchy Skies. Visitor. Patchy Skies 2. Patchy Skies 3. Just a nice Marvel fanfare. Late Bloodshot. Bermuda Junior Cable. Yeah, I couldn't keep it under an hour to save my life. Bermuda Junior Cable. I guess these came out before the ongoing series. Cable 2. 4. 5. This is a cool Sinister cover. Dwayne Turner. Dwayne Turner was a pretty good artist. Was that 7? Look at him drinking his Topo Chico, showing his comics. He really thinks he runs the place, doesn't he? Omega Red. Cable 10. $11, $12, $13. I like that book called X-Man. I never see those. X-Force. There's one for the boy Davis. It'll be a lesson. Don't tell me you like Western comics. It's a nice one. Alex Ross. I'll send every Western comic ever. That'll teach you. Rune Silver Surfer. Pope G knows about that one. He and I like this book. Barry Windsor Smith drawing Silver Surfer. You know what I'm showing Ultra Force? These are the books I like. Frank Miller, G.I. Joe. Yet another Youngblood that I should have had in a different pile.
Stugazzo, he says a Youngblood and a Wildcats are free. You still pay. Why you pay?
Ninjak 20. Some of these. Look at that kick. What are you doing, Ninjak? Go home and eat some nachos, man. You got too much skin on those bones. Jeez. Josh Middleton. American Virgin. This is RoboCop Mortal Coils. I've never seen those two words together. Mortal and coils. That is a unique term. Yeah, I just... Big Elbow scored on these RoboCop Miller covers, and I wanted to do the same thing, but he found them all. I didn't find them all. Got a set for my brother. I completed the set, but part of it's done with the regular covers. Oh well. It's like you just do your best, you know? Some of these I don't even know if we looked at. RoboCop. Yeah, these are those Mike Deodato Jr. glories, which I kind of like, but they also look like trash. I don't mean the condition, I just mean it just looks like 90s image, whatever the heck.
Who had a goat? He loves that goat. Indeed he did. He loved that goat just like a kid.
What the shit was that?
The Western comic. These are the Dylan Punishers. I could have probably stood pat on just these, but I got the fever. Okay, cool. There's a all Mike Zeck issue of Bloodshot. Nice early Doomsday for you Doomheads. Are the young Doomsday fans are known as Doomers. Kabuki for the Mac Daddy of them all, David Mack. All right, I think that is it now. I gotta shut this window and go eat some soup or something. You gonna get a salad with that soup, Rig? No. Okay, getting weird. All right, thanks for watching. That was a bonus stack of books from this 3 long box score. Anyway, thanks again, you guys. Goodbye. Happy Halloween.
to hurt you.